Therapy helps you know yourself. And we don't know ourselves because the majority is out of conscious awareness until we do some kind of inquiry with someone we feel safe with. Who you are when you're wounded, how you behave, the kinds of things you think about when you're threatened, the kinds of ways you treat other people, what you tell yourself about you, what you allow happen, what you invite people to think of you, to say to you, to do to you. What you think, what you feel, and what you do, your personality. Who you identify as. Our identity is pretty damn confusing. And if you hadn't gathered, we have a crisis of it currently. What you say you are, what you believe you are, where you put your worth. For example, when I was in my late 20s, I had a breakdown, a big one. And I know it's not the clinical term anymore. It's the term I'm using, so bite me. I had an internal breakdown. And what was my point? See, there's me being all reactive and I lost myself. That's the flipping point, folks. I'm mindful I did a post called How to Know If You're Having a Nervous Breakdown. It got about 96,000 views and a couple of people actually took the time of all the 10-minute monologue to say, that's not a term used anymore. And I thought, oh my flipping word. I had a breakdown. I was doing my doctorate, which I didn't complete. My master's, I was finishing it. I was working full time. I was moving house and yada, and I just couldn't cope. Because all of that was a distraction from what was really going on with me. However, when I stopped doing it all, I lost my identity. Who are you without your X, Y, and Z thing that you tell yourself you are? It was very confronting. Who am I if I'm not someone that's helping other people? I was no one. It was very frightening. And in fact, I went psychotic. I did have a psychotic break. I couldn't cope. There's nothing special going on over here, folks. I am you. I just dealt with life my way. So what I'm suggesting is we find ways of understanding ourselves, because what happens is you get to find out what makes you tick, what you really care about, what you're really about. And I promise you this is the truth from working with, I don't know how many people, thousands of people across 30 years, groups as well, so lots and lots of people. Always and forever, without whatever exception, please pop in the chat if you feel different. If you've worked with me and you feel different, pop it in the chat. You realise how fantastic you are. And this is not an exercise in narcissism. I'm very important and blah, blah, blah. However, there's an ownership of all of your edges, an acceptance, a care, a love that comes. We can only love things that we know. Can't love you if you don't know you. However, there's a real respect that comes with it. It's like, do you know what you've overcome? Do you know what you've been through? Have you forgotten? Always and without fail, people come out not only holding on to the thing that I think a lot of people feel they'll lose if they do therapy. There is some shit therapists, by the way. Do you have therapy, supervision, and mentors, and feel your way depending on how they respond? That's how you get to sort of take a pulse on, is this the right person for you? I think most people fear that the things you like about you will be taken away from therapy. And how I see it, how I work, obviously I'm do it my way, is like mining for gold. So if you put all of your things in here, and here's the gold mining pan, and all that comes out is the residue, the thing that's getting in the way of you gleaning and being your optimum, beautiful, gold, very unique self. All the crap that is hiding the beauty of you, the amazingness of you, distracting people, what's that word? Compensating for the fact that you don't see you, all that stuff, the insecurities, the pain, the overwhelm, the shame, The anger, the pain, the pain, the pain, the pain. The pain is the teacher. And yet, as they say, classic, nobody wants to go to school. So what you come out with is all of these parts of you, the character styles that you really like of you, the traits. You keep those. They won't leave you. And you find an absolute army of other sides of you. And an army in the non-war version of that word. A team. A huge army. I can't think of another word which is interesting. Legion of supporters within you. And you realise you're all that and more. And again, it's not about hurting other people. It's not about conflict. It's not about being better than. It's about meeting you and realising you're great. You like you. You accept you. You get you. And you're really kind and respectful to you forevermore. And you might even do things like my friend said the other day. He said he started his day, when was this, Sunday, by looking in the mirror. How about you try this? Pop a 6 in the... No, in fact, pop Andy in the chat. That's my friend. Pop Andy in the chat if you're willing to do this. That he'll get a kick out of that. He's new to TikTok. Pop Andy in the chat if you're willing to do this. He looked at himself in the mirror on Sunday morning. And he went, I'd like you to be happy today. I'm going to think of ways I can make you happy today. Would you be up for that? That would be you contributing to world peace in a very big way. And the reason I say that is, A, I've been doing this for 3 decades and more. If you look to you with peace, as within, so without. If you start talking to yourself, I'll do more of it as well, in the mirror, to say, hey you, I'd like you to be happy today. I'm going to think of ways to make you happy. And we actually follow through. Not just in our heads. Really, we take action on it. The world will be a safer place if we're happier and more secure. If you can start daring to find out who you are and what makes you tick and what wounds you and how you protect you and not avoid, how you understand, you grow, understand your triggers, work with your triggers, have the difficult conversations, be authentic. What you think, what you feel, and what you do is aligned. You will love it, I promise you. Thrive, Boundaries Mastery, up here in the bio, in the link, Thrive. £300 recently, nearly. Now it is pay what you feel you are worth. Take it with my love. It's a crash course in boundaries, assertion, the words to use and so on, so that you can be discerning about your yeses and your nos and navigate any storm. You in? Pop Andy in the chat if you are in. If you like this video, fantastic. I'm really pleased. Please ask any questions whenever you see my work. And like, follow, share, all the things. I'll see you again. Sending love. Go gently. Get excited. You are there for you to meet any fucking time you choose.